untamed wilderness, where swamps and rivers turn into battlefields, power is never absolute. The ruler of today can suddenly fall into weakness in the blink of an eye. The crocodile, with the strongest bite on Earth, may seem unbeatable, yet it constantly faces unexpected challenges. Harsh encounters decide not only who endures, but also rewrite the balance of nature. Will solitary strength be enough to hold the crown? Or will strategy and unity turn the tide? When the rainy season arrives, the rivers swell with drifting remains of animals. It is a golden time for crocodiles, but also the season when massive males cannot avoid confrontation. Abundant food does not erase competition. It fuels the fire of conflict. When two males meet at the water's edge, tension rises instantly. With bodies stretching over 15 feet and weighing more than 1,000 pounds, every tail strike, every snap, carries the force of thunder. They spin, clash, and drive into each other, using powerful jaws to gain the upper hand. In moments, the river erupts like a storm. What makes these battles unique is that strategy matters as much as strength. Crocodiles often aim to clamp the neck or jaw, forcing the rival underwater to gain advantage. But the contest does not last forever. When one begins to falter, it often withdraws to conserve energy, yielding victory to the stronger. These internal clashes, though fierce, are vital. They keep the population balanced, ensuring that only the strongest males claim territory and the chance to mate. Through the cycle of evolution, this natural selection passes strength to the next generation. It is nature's way of preserving balance. In South America, the wetlands of the Pantanal are ruled by the caiman. With thick skin, solid bodies, and an ambush style of hunting, they are considered masters of the swamps. But here, another predator proves its dominance: the jaguar. Unlike lions or tigers, the jaguar carries the most powerful bite of all cats, strong enough to break through the caiman's armor. In the stillness of the wetlands, one leap and one precise bite can shift the balance of power in an instant. The caiman, once the hunter, suddenly becomes the prey. This scene is more than a clash between two formidable species. It reflects the sophistication of evolution. The jaguar has learned to exploit the single weakness of a creature thought untouchable. By striking at the skull, it turns the encounter into a unique mark of survival. And that is what sustains the endless rhythm of the wild. In the wild, dangers for crocodiles do not only come from familiar predators. Sometimes creatures that seem small or unlikely become unexpected threats. That is the secret of nature's unpredictability. In tropical swamps, the giant python, stretching over 20 feet long, is one of the rare challengers. It does not rely on fangs. Instead, its muscular coils tighten with crushing strength. And with a jaw that can open incredibly wide, the python becomes a hidden danger few would expect. Farther away, in semi-arid lands, the honey badger, small but fearless, can also trouble young crocodiles. With agility and boldness, it takes advantage of their smaller size, creating some of nature's most daring moments. Along the riverbanks, baboons have left their mark as well. When one member is caught, the sudden cooperation of the troop can rescue their own. Intelligence and unity turn these unlikely creatures into challengers the crocodile must respect. The common thread among them all is surprise. They remind the world that no species can hold absolute power. Even the crocodile, an ancient symbol of strength, must accept this truth. Sometimes boldness and strategy are the real keys to survival. In the African rivers, where murky waters rush downstream, the crocodile does not only face its own kind. This ancient predator must also confront formidable rivals on land. Each species brings a different strategy, turning riverbanks into unpredictable arenas of survival. When the warthog appears, many assume it will be an easy meal. Yet, with grit and surprising speed, it often refuses to flee. Some even push back, using tusks and the strength of the herd to confuse the crocodile. In those moments, the weaker side can suddenly turn the tables. It is not only the warthog. Lions also step into the confrontation. When food is scarce, a pride may boldly approach crocodiles stranded on shore. The crushing bite gives the reptile power to resist, but on land, its slow movements leave it at a disadvantage. The collective strength of lions can overwhelm this river hunter. Along the riverbanks, the mother elephant is a very different rival. Weighing several tons and driven by the instinct to protect her young, she does not hesitate to close in when sensing danger. One forceful charge is enough to push the crocodile off balance, forcing it to retreat quickly into deeper waters. In those moments, the mother's determination becomes a living shield for her calf. And then, there is the hippopotamus, another heavyweight of the rivers. Within its territory, the crocodile has little chance. A single snap from a hippo is enough to drive it away. The order of the river is clear. Beneath the surface, the crocodile reigns. But in hippo territory, it remains only an outsider. The African Cape buffalo, weighing over 1,500 pounds, with a muscular build and sharp curved horns, is among the most formidable adversaries on the plains. A healthy adult is nearly untouchable. forcing hyenas to focus on calves, the most vulnerable link in the herd. Hyena clans often follow from a distance, studying the herd's movements and defensive behavior. When the buffalo move through open terrain, the hyenas employ a dispersal tactic. One group applies pressure from behind, while others block the path ahead, forcing the herd to shift formation. The goal is to separate the calf from the protective shield of the adults. The chase can stretch for miles, with bursts of speed and feints designed to throw the mother off rhythm. Only when the calf loses its cover do the hyenas close in to subdue it. Field observations suggest a success rate of only about 15%, a testament to the herd's vigilance and unity. As the grasslands grow quiet again, deep hoofprints and scattered dust remain as reminders of a contest of wits, where strategy, endurance, and timing draw the line between securing a meal and walking away empty-handed. On the African savanna, African wild dogs are master hunters, famed for their speed and near-perfect coordination. They hunt in packs, pursuing prey with relentless stamina, often targeting young or weakened hoofed animals. Once the prey is brought down, the pack quickly surrounds it, sharing the reward among themselves. But the feast rarely remains undisturbed when the silhouettes of hyenas appear on the horizon. Hyenas don't always need to hunt to fill their bellies. They are quick to seize the spoils of others. With powerful jaws and overwhelming numbers, they advance step by step, their sharp, echoing calls both taunting and intimidating. The confrontation begins with tightening circles. The wild dogs form a living barrier, rotating positions to keep the meal at the center, while the hyenas search for an opening in the defense. Every charge and retreat becomes a test of endurance and resolve. When the balance tips, usually toward the side with greater numbers and persistence, the prize goes to the most patient contender, while the other must abandon the spoils to the wind and dust of the open plains. From relentless chases and tense battles over food to face-offs with formidable rivals, the hyena stands out as a true strategist of the savanna. They know when to hunt, when to take over a meal, and when to retreat to preserve their strength. In this world, there is no room for hesitation. Only the swift, the skillful, and the enduring can hold their ground. And their story continues each day beneath the vast African sky. If you'd like to keep exploring these dramatic tales of survival, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next adventure. From Africa to South America, from flooded swamps to dry riverbanks, The crocodile has proven its resilience for more than 200 million years. It stands as living proof of remarkable adaptation, a ruler of the wild, yet always facing new challenges. If this journey has captured your imagination, be sure to like and subscribe to continue exploring the dramatic stories of the wild.